So yeah, I just basically using the Arizona kit, programmed a beat in, and then with that piano together with it. Hi guys, SKETI here, welcome back to a new tutorial. This time we're going to look at how to sample a piano from a record, stick it into Ableton Live and then turn it into some sort of lo-fi kind of piano with a beat along with it that sounds quite cool. Right, so let's get to it. So the first thing that I'm going to show you is basically the sampling of the record, so it's going to cut to that now. Right, now that I've recorded the piano line in, so this is what it sounds like, and what I've done as well is I've gone through and basically timed it to this tempo. So I've set the tempo to 90 BPM and gone through and set warp markers for each beat that needed to sit where I wanted it to, and also set the algorithm to Complex Pro and then the formants down to this, because obviously when the formants are set how they are and the envelope set how it is, it can sometimes sound a little bit metallic and distorted. So I found that dragging it down to these points worked. So basically that's a bit of trial and error. Drag those formants and envelope points down to the where it sounds good. So basically with all of this on now, all of these warp markers, this is what the piano sounds like now. Cool, so then what I did is I right clicked on the region and went to slice to new MIDI track, and I said it create one slice per quarter note and then pressed OK, and obviously with preserve warp timing left that on as well. So I can just cancel that out because I've already done it on this track down here. So this is that piano, and if I play all of the notes on the keyboard, if I just unsolo that, so there we go. So that's what we can play with now. Right, there we go. Just back to the first slice. So there's like, that's a grid of 4x4, 16, 20, 24, 28 different slices in that sample. And obviously there's these things that I left all of these settings pretty much as standard. And then obviously what you can hear on top of that is some effects that I've added as well. So what I then decided to do was basically, instead of it just playing normally as it was, with all of these notes now, that I could just play in different orders like so, I then created a MIDI region with this note selection, and I'll just fold that down so you can see the notes, and then basically this is what it sounds like just with that note selection that I've chosen. And the reason why it sounds a little bit different than it did when I recorded it is I've just added some effects on. Now this frequency shifter LFO tool that I use that you might have seen in previous tutorials, I'll get to in a second, but this was the EQ setting that I did, and obviously just taking all of the lows, all of the highs out, and then really concentrating on those mids to get that sort of retro, old radio telephone sounding kind of piano, and then a glue compressor on the end, just to add a bit of a saturation and grit, threshold pulled down quite low so those piano hits hit quite hard at the beginning. And then with the frequency shifter and LFO tool on, so it's just sweeping slightly backwards and forwards as we can see here. I've just mapped the first one to the fine, set the depth to 23.9%, and it's just swinging between the, I think it's about 13 Hertz either side. This is what it sounds like now. Nice one. And then what we can do obviously is, it's always good to listen to it against a backbeat. So this is it all together. I'll just turn that loop on. So yeah, I just basically using the Arizona kit, programmed a beat in, and then with that piano together with it. Nice one. Also what I did is I went through, I'm just going to mute these, make sure they're muted, and I went through and I created a load of different ones as well. So this is all of the different kinds of pianos that I've done. Here's another one. And all this really is about is just finding a piano sample that you like from an old record or whatever, recording it in, getting the warp markers, obviously setting the tempo for the track, turning the click on and getting all of those warp markers in place so everything's in time. Right clicking on, if I just show you again, there we go, just right click and you go to slice to new MIDI track. For this one I set it to quarter note. Now you could set it to warp markers, keeping the built-in tool, preserving the warp timing, and then pressing OK. And that obviously sets up a drum rack that you can then work with all those samples and then play with your keyboard where you want those notes to go. Anyway guys, I hope you've enjoyed this tutorial. Please leave a like, subscribe, share, hit the notification bell so you see these videos more in the future. Leave a comment if you've got any questions or suggestions for future videos as well. I've also got a Discord server now where loads of people are getting together just chatting about music, a place to chill and enjoy each other's company. And also I'm on Twitch throughout the week. If you go to my channel, which is in the links in the description, you can see me online stream, and if you want to send any tunes that you want me to listen to, give feedback on, that's what that's there for as well. Anyway guys, I'll see you next time. Bye.
Everybody jump up, come on!